Hi guys. I hope everyone had a great holiday. I hope everybody, got everything they wanted and really enjoyed themselves. I know I did. So with that being said, for today's Pick a Crystal, we're going to be discussing your North Node and your South Node, just because I think it's so critical, so important, because, your natal chart is really your blueprint in this life. It really helps you better understand yourself. It helps you navigate through this thing we call life, our journey. It gives you some type of relief knowing we weren't just, meant to come here and be like, figure it out yourself. You got this. To some degree, yes, but, we were given this blueprint, aka our natal chart. If we were to just give it a look and to read up on it and really look into it, possibly even YouTube the videos in regards to your North Node, your South Node, your rising sign, your sun sign, your moon sign, it'd really help you better understand yourself as a person, understand the things you need to work on in this life, the things you really need to work through and let go in order to achieve whatever it is you want to achieve. So, yeah, I really just feel like this is a really important reading to do for people who feel maybe lost, or, what's the point, or I never get what I want and I do all these things and it's like, I fucking get it. I can't tell you how many times I have these moments where I'm just like, why do bad things happen to me? And then I get all paranoid and I'm like, oh shit, I can't put that energy into the universe, because then it's like I'm attracting these negative things I don't want. And then it's this whole paranoia, terrible, repetitive cycle. And it's like, how much of these things do we really take with us? You know what I mean by that? Like, to what degree? Where do we just like let it be and let it go and just let the universe do its thing, because it's already, written in the stars, so to speak. So yeah, I know for me personally, with my North Node being in Pisces and my South Node being in Virgo, I feel like it explains so much for me and my journey and why I'm going through what it is I'm going through, besides my own personal soul contract and things just taking place the way it's supposed to. I think about my local community, and I think about how this stuff is like, the things I'm doing now is considered to definitely be la la land, and oh no, life got to her, because my local community is not filled with spiritual people who understand this. It's more like spiritual people who get it at maybe surface level, like they feel like they have an angel with them, or they believe there's an afterlife, or, oh, I always see that number, certain things like that to a certain degree. But that's it. Don't go any further, and then you're going a little woo-woo, and it's like, me personally, I have so much Capricorn in my chart, which is, somebody based on tradition and, the American dream, and it's like, well, then I got this stuff going on, which is, to some people, this is nothing. This is, what's the big deal? For me personally, it's an insecurity I'm supposed to, break through, a karmic lesson where it's like, I don't care what anybody thinks, because this is part of my destiny, is believing in the unseen, believing in the things that you may never know to be true, but you have to believe and have the faith. That's what the Pisces in North Node is all about. So it's, these insecurities in my natal chart, at least me personally, not just the North Node, that I'm meant to break through. But getting back to the Capricorn, I have almost as much Capricorn in my chart as I do Aries. So what this means for me personally is that I'm meant to put things like this what one may consider to be woo-woo or la-la land or life got to her in practical form, in a way that resonates and makes sense to my local community. I'm not saying I've gotten it down yet, but you know, I definitely get all these downloads, these creative ideas that I just haven't put into practical form yet. But that Aries, the rising oh wait, no, I'm not rising, hold on. The Aries in me, the 4 planets, which is a lot, is supposed to be my gift that was given to me to help me through this journey. Because Aries is all about, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do what I just said I'm gonna do, you know? So usually that's your sun sign in your chart. That's the gift you've been given to help you along with your North Node. So, you know, I feel like going after your destiny is a really bold fucking move, if I'm being honest with you. Depending on what your local community looks like, what they believe in, and you know what you decided to sign up for in this life. But no matter what, I think as long as you go for it, you get rewarded in some kind of way. I truly, truly, truly believe that. So for example, for me, this, I 1000% know in my heart of hearts, I get rewarded for this. And in return, part of that, my local community ends up believing in this, not believing in this, but believing in me, which is one of my insecurities that I have to fight through, because Aries is supposed to embrace that attitude of who gives a fuck who's with me or not. You're either on my side or you're not. Which is it? But, you know, I'm new at this Aries energy in this life. It's not an energy I've embarked on before. And a lot of people would be shocked because I definitely come off as that Aries type. But deep down, there's so many insecurities that like prevent me from going for these ideas I have, because what will they think? What will they think? This is kind of far out there, but that's what I'm meant to do. And I can't be the only one who goes through this. So, you know, me and my dad were having this conversation, you know. I really don't bring up the whole psychic thing to too many people because I just don't see the point. I do like a good stimulating conversation, and I feel like that does definitely involve the whole psychic topic and astrology and the universe and the cosmos and, you know, past lives. But it's like, you know, you have to know your audience. So it's like, I really don't have that in my own personal life. So it's like I'm limited to who I can have these stimulating conversations with. So it's like anytime I dare try to have a stimulating conversation, in my local community, I'm looked at as somebody who's trying to overanalyze every little thing, somebody who's trying to play the role of a therapist, somebody who just thinks way too much. And they're not wrong for thinking these things. They're right. My South Node is in Virgo, which is exactly that. It means I was this person who had to think like that. Like literally either lives depended on it or maybe my life depended on it. So it's something I'm very good at in regards to healing. I'm very good at getting people going and going for what it is, you know, whatever, I don't know, whatever it is, like, I don't know, they're thinking about whatever. But in this life, I'm meant to just kind of put that to the side and still embark on that, but put me first, because other people have always been coming first because of that South Node. I'm like so good at that South Node, it's disgusting, where I'm always thinking of other people first and not myself. And that's where I fuck myself over. And it's like, that's why you're supposed to stay away from your South Node, because you've done it so many times. It's like you need to go towards that North Node, something that makes you feel uncomfortable, because you're destined to do that. You're destined to succeed in that. It's literally written in the stars. So, you know, I had this conversation with my dad where I forgot how it came up, but I was telling him something about a past life. And I was telling him about the whole psychic thing, how I was like, I could have swore I was royalty in a past life in Egypt. I go, but you see, that's the thing that most people don't get about psychics is if I were to tell people that, they'd be like, oh, but I thought you were psychic, because it turned out in this specific past life, I wasn't. What I was picking up on, the intuitive feelings, is that I worked closely with deities and important people, and I had access to that world that maybe most people didn't. But then I ended up tapping into something else, that the reason I'm feeling some type of royalty vibe is because I believe it's related to another past life. But I was so specific in the fact that I thought I lived a royalty life in Egypt. It didn't come through. So I was very hard on myself. I was like, I don't understand. Like, this sucks. Like, how am I psychic if this wasn't that? And then I realized, wait, just chill the fuck out. Like, it's because you are picking up on that royalty thing. It's just the specification of the timeline was wrong. It was off. So I said this to my dad because the past life that I tapped into, I didn't do my research on this location, but it came through in the vision. And when I ended up doing research on it, it turned out the things I was seeing came up in history in this documentary. And I was so proud of myself. I was like, oh my God, like, I didn't even know that was a God. I didn't even know that was blah, blah, blah. I didn't even know that was a thing. And yet it came through. I love it when that happens. And he wanted to have a conversation about, listen, what if you're not psychic? And I had to not entertain that thought. Now, in my local community, for me not to engage in that thought means that I'm being defiant, that I'm not open-minded, that I'm arguing because I'm not being open-minded. But a rational person would think of me as a whole. And if 9 out of 10 times I'm being open-minded in a conversation, the rational thing to say would be, she's open-minded. But with this specific topic, with the whole psychic thing, I cannot be open-minded to entertain a conversation of, what if you're not psychic? What? That would literally mean that I've lost my fucking mind. That would mean that life got me. That would mean I'm crazy. That would mean I've lost my mind, and my mind is all I have. I can't dare entertain that conversation, not because of fear, but because I know it's not true. I've seen too many things. I've felt too many things. I've predicted too many things that were accurate. And then when I explain this to him, he wants to play the 50-50 card. Well, if I flip a coin 50 times, how many times do you think it's going to land on heads? It's all about probability. Like, no. Listen. And this is what I love about my natal chart is I understand my local community. I understand how my dad's brain works because my brain works just the same as his. I can't entertain that type of conversation because I've already done the overthinking, the analyzing, the research, the facts, the obsessive overthinking of, oh my God, did I lose my mind? Am I in la la land? I've overthought it so much to the point that I already know it's not true. So therefore, I can't entertain it. I just can't. It's a shame that maybe others don't believe in me. And that's okay because I already know in time they do. Maybe that's my peace of mind, is that I know it comes together in the end. Low key, fuck them. Fuck them. I don't care. They think I've lost my mind. That's cool. I don't care. So anyway, so I had this conversation with my dad, and he's like, and you could tell he started getting scared, you know, like, I can't believe you're not even going to have this conversation, that you're so closed-minded to it that you're not even gonna even consider this a thought. And I was like, no, because what you're saying is, if I'm not psychic, then I've lost my mind. Literally, that's all it is. I go, and I haven't lost my mind. If anything, I've found my mind. No, I can't give it any thought. And then he goes into this thing of like, okay, well then you need to go see a hypnosis or whatever. And I'm already like thinking a mile a minute. I'm like, I already looked into that. I'm already on this person's wait list. And then he's like, well, just go see anyone. And I'm like, hello. That is somebody going into your fucking mind. You have to do your due diligence with research. And I'm not just going to let anybody go into my fucking mind. Hell no. That takes schooling, years of school to be able to do hypnosis. I'm not just going to anyone. And he was like, oh, I didn't know that, but still, we need to work on this. And I was like, and I'm laughing because I've already thought like this. I've already gone over it in my head, thinking, why am I seeing the things I'm seeing? Why am I feeling the things I'm feeling? This makes no fucking sense. Why is this happening to me? What did I do? What did I do to deserve this stuff? And it's like, the more you just go with the flow and you stop trying to go upstream, it all ends up making sense. This is part of my destiny. Where it leads me 100%, honestly, even as a psychic, I keep forgetting to tap into it. That's a whole other story. That's where my Mars placement is. I'm a little all over the place. It's hard for me to focus, not because of any medical condition. Although on my natal chart, it's when you look at that shit, it's very hard for me to focus because just where everything's located, it's screaming, focus. So I myself struggle going after what it is I know in my heart is true. What this future looks like, I don't know 100%, but I get these feelings. I get these feelings of love, of true love of a soulmate. I get the love of that American dream, which is material goods. Yes, the home, because I have my own hangups about a home, you know, just because of the life I've lived growing up, even though it wasn't crazy traumatic, although nobody should compare their stories to other people's stories. It was still traumatic in the sense that I need a home. I need a stable home. I need a stable home. I need to just be put and just have a family of my own and be home. You know, I need a place to call home. I see this in my future and something that gives me wealth. I don't know if it's necessarily tarot cards. I always say that because I feel like it's a little deeper than that, but honestly, this does progress, and this is pretty deep. And as long as it helps, that's all I really truly want to do is help, even if it helps just a few people. I'm cool with that. So it's doing something energetically to me by posting videos on YouTube. It puts me in this frequency of feeling good, which makes me, puts me in that alignment. Am I fully aligned? Fuck no, definitely not. I'll never pretend I am. But I'm also not trying to go for Buddha. I'm not trying to go for the spiritual ass master. I'm just trying to go for happiness, if I'm being honest with you. And I really feel like our soul knows something that we don't on a 3D level. And I think if we go after our North Node and try to ease up a little on this, well, this doesn't, you know, feel right or look right, you know, and just dive in a little more, we may be able to see what resonates with us, and it may be something completely unbeknownst to us. If somebody would have told me this a year ago, this is what my future holds, I would have been like, oh, you're funny. If somebody told me psychic abilities was in my future, I would have been like, no. But it's funny because there's so many different gifts within the psychic world. You know, my dad, you know, the conversation I ended up having with him, it ended definitely with him a little disgruntled, but yet the next day he calls me up. He's like, well, I ended it on a good note. I ended on a good note with him because I feel like because of this, I know how to connect with him better now. And I was making him laugh, and I was like, I understand. Because I think what it is at the end of the day is my dad is just afraid, you know, fear, like, what does life hold for me if I believe in these things? And where's the stability in all this? And I get it. And I told him that. I was like, I get it. You've seen things in your life, and you don't want me to experience these things that you've seen, these hard things, and you don't want me to go through these hardships like you have. And I don't know. It was really good though, and he was cracking up. So anyway, so he ended up looking into it because he's really good that way, low key, because he's psychic too. Anyway, so so he looked into it, and he's like, hold up. You didn't tell me that there's these things called an oracle. You didn't tell me there's these things called telepathic. You just, when you hear fortune teller, what do you think of? And I was like, scam artist. He's like, yeah, exactly. And I was like, okay, so what are you trying to say? That I'm psychic and I should have known that you didn't realize what being psychic is all about? And so anyway, so we had some laughs back and forth, and he now understands on a deeper level the different gifts, clairvoyant, clairaudient, all those things, and he's more susceptible to it. Definitely is still a little fearful, but it just reassures me how it's like with me and my local community regarding my North Node, that as long as I put this into practical form, practical matters, it's not that I need to convert anyone, because that's definitely not my thing. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not trying to convert anybody. But I have a way where I'm definitely able and destined to, because of all those Capricorn placements and my Aries placements making it all happen, I'm able to put this into a way where a majority of people can get it and grasp it and, believe it to the point where it suits them. So what I'm trying to get at, I feel like explaining my North Node, my South Node to you will help you better understand that even if your North Node sounds like it doesn't hit home for you or impossible to reach, I beg you to just look into it and think of a way that your North Node can resonate with you. Because when you read up on North Node with Pisces, when I read that shit the first time, I was like, this is dreamland. This is fantasy world. What am I supposed to do with it? I'm supposed to make something happen with this? What the fuck? I'm a businesswoman. I don't do that. But I see so many possibilities with these. Oh my God, I could go on and on, all these ideas I have. And I know for sure, and when I say I know, it means I know. I don't say that unless I know. And I know it comes through. So it's like now it's got my mind going, and there's that Capricorn, there's that logical part of me, and that rationale where I'm doing my research, I'm doing my facts, and I'm like, okay, I can put this into some practical way. I can see this in a business way, but yet at the same time, it's bringing healing to me because I'm doing something that just feels so good. It feels right. Somehow all this shit, it just resonates with my soul. Something happened to me. I'm gonna put another light on. Sorry. Back in, I think it was 2015 or 2014, I forgot. And I forgot what this girl called it. It's like not being spiritually awakened, but it's like waking up before waking up, something like that. And I had this thing where it's like, I started lucid dreaming. I started talking to my higher self. I started talking to spirits in my dreams. And it's like, I was Googling all this shit back then. I started seeing a number that I felt very strongly was my higher self connecting to me before I knew any of this stuff. I remember Googling, can I be dreaming of me conversating with me? And that's when I learned the term higher self. And that's when all these weird, quote unquote, weird dreams started happening. And it's like me trying to explain this shit to people in my local community just sounds batshit crazy. And I'm fully aware. And it's funny because when I tell my dad this, he's like, I gotta say, why do you come off so paranoid about this stuff? Like, nobody will believe you. No, and I'm thinking to myself, like, because you didn't just a few days ago for at least a few months. And all I could think of is because it's literally in my natal chart. It's literally an insecurity of me personally that I'm meant to fight through. It doesn't mean everybody in my local community doesn't believe me, but a majority of people don't. Can you imagine that? Where you really break through into some type of gifts you've always had that you just didn't realize, and nobody believes you. It's like little boy blue. And that's literally the story of my whole fucking life. But I remember being a child telling my mom, I feel like I can see spirits, but they don't let me see them because of my heart. Like I'll have a heart attack or something. She doesn't remember me saying that because, you know, I got mommy issues, but she definitely low-key was never listening to me. So that's why, but I digress. So, but I remember being, I think 8 or 10 years old, and she was a waitress, and she worked with this psychic, she was a medium. She was a medium who sees spirits. And she was into tarot cards, and she knew I was into it because there was just, that's another thing too. That's how you know psychic abilities are, you're into this stuff, you know, because it's got to be in your soul contract if you have gifts. Because some people are just not into the shit at all, and that's because it's not in their soul contract. Some people aren't into readings, some people aren't into spirituality. It's because it's literally not meant for them. But if you've had some type of experience as a child, it's in your soul contract, and it means you're probably going to reconnect to it later on in life. So I remember this girl, she told me, she was 18 or 19, and I was like 8 or 10, and she was babysitting me, one of my mom's coworkers. And she told me, she's like, your grandfather, he's telling me you have gifts, and that if you practice, you'll be really good at them. And I remember telling her, I was like, I know. And she was like, okay. So it never left me, and I always felt that way. I always can feel all these spirits in rooms, and I never discussed that because I felt weird. And it's funny because the more I do this stuff and the more I'm open about it, I talk to people about it. It turns out so many people in my local community have gifts, but they stay quiet about it because they feel weird. And it's funny how it's like, how that works in society. But this is truth. It's not like me because, oh, this is my truth, so it's your truth. Like, no, it's just I know what I know. So with that being said, without further ado, let's get into your North Node and your South Node so you can really live life to its fullest, because that's what it's meant to be. You know, karmic lessons, yeah, they're hard, they suck sometimes, but like, life is meant to feel good. It really is. So let's turn on another light because, you know, me being prepared. That's why I need to put things in practical form. Okay, so let's see. Let me look up. Pile 1. If you feel like this resonates with you, where's the camera? Whatever. Fast forward to pile 1, which I'm sure you already did. Pile 2, if you feel like this resonates with you, feel free to fast forward to pile 2. All right, so my mom got me this deck, and I fucking love this deck so much. All right, so pile 1, I'm going to start channeling as I shuffle because apparently I like that. Oop. All right, so we're going to first talk about your South Node. Okay, so pile 1, what's your South Node like? Like, let's get some characteristics of this shit. Now, this is the thing you're not supposed to. This is like, you're already too good at it. So like, let's drop it. Maybe throw it into the mix with what you're meant to do. But it's like, this is not what you're meant to be going for in this life. But we have a habit of, you know, sticking with what we're used to, right? I feel like we're in a car right now. Somebody's in the back seat. There's a driver, there's a passenger. What is your South Node? I feel like I'm getting blue dots, so it's road chakra. But I don't feel like you're talking. I'm definitely getting the Joker. The Joker is coming through. So the Joker is somebody who is depressed, sad, but tries to make people laugh. So somehow, disguise could be the thing, disguise. I'm feeling like an older adult, younger vibe, like somebody. I'm sorry, I feel like this is bothering me. Like I'm not seeing clearly. Hold on. Somebody with like a knowing or something like that, like a leader. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting kind of dark vibes. Little bits of purple. Watching, force, definitely some type of psychic abilities. I'm seeing it. There is some type of oh, okay, sexual is going on, like a sexual energy. All right, let's try to get a card because it's just not coming through clearly. I'm not gonna lie. Control. Being loyal to something. Can I get a card summarizing what it is I've seen so far, please? Definitely dark. South Node. There's definitely this watching energy going on. Okay, I want to look at that. The Hangman in reverse. Okay. I'm going to close that window. Okay. So the Hangman in reverse. Pisces energy, not getting something. Okay, but let's just read the book. The Hanged One is suspended in deep meditation and introspection in the cosmic womb of the subconscious. His foot is encircled with a magical rope of cosmic light, symbolizing his connection to the divine, the source for which we came. Okay, so yeah, opposite of that. The Hanged One is suspended upside down by the cosmic spiral of the divine. The energy of the cosmic spiral moves through the solar plexus to the heart chakra, to the third eye, and into the crown chakra, then descends into the roots of the lotus and back up through the roots, and stems blossoming into the violet lotus above. The Hanged One's cap weaves the energy from the subconscious to the conscious. In the traditional image, the Hanged One has his hands tied behind his back, representing total surrender. Yes, okay, so there's control. In this image, his hands are in front in conscious prayer and meditation. Okay, so no religion and meditation, not spiritual, thus expressing dedication to his path that is felt deeply within his heart and soul. Okay, heart chakra closed. The Hanged One is in deep meditation in the watery world of the cosmic womb. Behind his head, the sun shines out, symbolizing the spirit of the divine. The triangle pointing downward represents water. The lotus at the top of the card represents the opening of the crown chakra. Crown chakra closed. The lotus stem is part of the Hanged One descending into the depths of the subconscious. Okay. The Hanged One is associated with the planet Neptune, representing dreams, intuition, spirituality, and the unconscious. So not spiritual, not consciously aware, not intuitive, but yet psychic. Interesting. Okay, so well, that's not good. Being psychic, but not intuitive. Okay. So let's see what I see. Okay. So it's like you're looking for something about a firm foundation being cloudy. Your crown chakra is blocked by batteries. So it's like tons of energy is just going on. It's like you have too much energy to sit and think. It's like you see your heart, like who has your heart, yet somehow this brings, you're seeing it as bringing death, something like that. Okay, what else? Oh, that's, no, 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 no. That's too many. Let's get a few more and let's go to the North Node. Let's get some positivity because I'm not feeling too good. I don't look with my eyes. What about Pile 1 South Node? Does Pile 1 have to leave behind? Oh, wait, how many? Oof. Yeah, see? What the fuck? Strength. No strength in the Tower. Okay. I'm going to put these all straightforward for visual purposes. Okay. What is Pile 1 supposed to leave behind? That's part of their South Node. So it's weird. It's like you're ugh, gross. There's something you do regarding matters of the heart where it's like you create this spider web where it's like self-destruction within the South Node, and it's like you just, like, I'm seeing you eat your heart in a spider web, and somehow there's a person within the spider web. So it's like you're catching, like, you feel like the only way you won't get hurt is if you, something about capturing your person. If you catch them, but it's self-destructive. A spider web. I'm just getting like a not trusting energy. I'm getting like all these nasty, sharp teeth that like wants to love, but needs to do this a specific way in order to, that's the part I'm not getting, to make sure it's like not a tower moment, something like that. But it's like, but it ends up being a tower moment because of what you're fucking doing. It's disgusting. Ugh. Sorry. This is the energy of something you do that you're supposed to let go. It's definitely self-destructive. It's like, stoic. I'm seeing a stoic person who, something with their eyes and their nose and their mean fucking teeth. Ooh. Ew. It's like all this gross saliva in your mouth and skeletons coming out and like a knife, and but you're hurting yourself. You're literally hurting yourself. I don't know if you know. So these are the things. Okay, so what's coming through right now, I'm gonna say, are the things you're currently doing. Commit. I'm getting like a commit to control. Oh, controlling your tongue. It's cloudy around this though, so which means you are having difficulty with this. I'm seeing your teeth clean up, but there's so much clouds. So it's like you acknowledge something. You acknowledge some type of self-destructive behavior, but you don't know how to change it. I'm getting a warrior vibe, emperor vibe. Ew. Sharp teeth, sharp, sharp, to protect. I mean, I'm gonna open my eyes because it's so gross. The energy is so gross. I'm sorry. Oof. It's like, you feel like you don't have the strength to not have control over your mouth, to not have these self-sabotaging moments with matters of your heart, something like that, something in regards to that energy. The reason you don't feel like you have control is because you're so good at that negative energy. This is your south node, and these are all reversals. I mean, I'm gonna say in your defense, it kind of sucks because it's like you got this blocked crown chakra, so it's like you're not able to think clearly. Your intuition, you're not able to connect with your intuition, yet you have these psychic gifts, so it's like you're not able to even see clearly because you're not feeling it's like you're not connecting with source within. It's like you're not connecting. It's like you weren't connecting with your higher self, with your south node, and therefore it's like because you're not okay. Because you aren't connecting to the source within you, it blocks your crown chakra. You're not able to be in touch with like who you really are, so it doesn't give you the strength to deal with matters of the heart. Oh, there's the heart. Deal with matters of the heart in a more healthy way. So you have these tower moments. But these are the things that are okay, so these are all in reverse, right? But this part of your south node are the things that are supposed to be straightforward. So it's like the hanged one. You're supposed to be connected with source in this life. You're supposed to have the strength to fight through your karmic lessons, which is definitely matters of your heart, possibly your mouth. I don't know. So you don't have these tower moments. I feel like we're definitely looking at your part of your karmic lessons right now that you're meant to fight through. The hanged one is like completion, understanding why things are coming to completion, and really, truthfully, getting it. Strength, having the strength to go forward. Okay, let's see. 8 of Strength. Oh, I'm an idiot. Wait. Yeah, sorry. Bleh? Strength puts you on the threshold of discovery, testing your faith, truth, and courage. It tests your integrity and stamina when difficult or challenging situations arise. Strength works from the truest form of self-love and knowing the soul self. It awakens your instinctual nature, igniting your soul into creative energy, adventure, passion, and love of life. Your human instincts and your spiritual intuition work together, creating and enforcing the inner strength to follow your bliss. Strength's number is 8, the number of abundance, manifestation, and karma. What did I say? The woman stands behind a great lion, the infinity symbol centered at her solar plexus, representing the balance between heaven, earth, male, female, head, heart, and symbolizing as above, so below. The heart at her chest emphasizes her passion and love for being true to herself, having the courage to live her truth. The red roses on her headdress and gown symbolize the desires, love, and passions that inspire her to evolve spiritually. She holds the red snake representing her control over her passions. The snake also symbolizes the awakening Kundalini, the fire that motivates her to move forward. The crescent moon behind her head heralds a new journey to discover and test her inner strength. In front of her, the mighty lion stands. He is the lion cub from the emperor image, now fully grown and ready to test his abilities on the journey before him. I knew I saw the fucking emperor on your tongue. I saw exactly what I just said. I don't know where I was going with that. So there's this vibe of like not knowing who you are within your south node. So it like gives off this untrusting energy, somebody who's just not in touch with themselves, somebody who controls, somebody but it's weird because it's like you also have these positive things too, and it's like, how did you have these positive things with these negative traits? That's interesting. The tower, sudden awakening. When you look at the image of the tower, your first impression might be yikes. Indeed, the image of the tower looks very troubling, not a pretty picture. When the tower strikes, it is usually totally unexpected and sudden. It creates havoc and chaos. Basically, your world as you know it has changed drastically. The duality of the tower is transformation, enlightenment, clarity, and healing, a rather intense mixed bag of emotions. So it's saying in this, in the south node, there was no transformation, there was no enlightenment, there was no clarity, there was no healing. The lightning bolt represents the descent, definitely pronouncing that wrong. The descent? Oh, the descent of divine energies into the physical world, breaking up anything material that is false. The light of truth shoots down the center of tower, crumbling its foundation. The tower is surrounded in a volcano that exploded the moment it was hit by the lightning bolt. It is engulfed in fire. The spirits of false beliefs flee in horror. So it's like your false beliefs didn't flee, they stayed with you. Oof, pile 1. Okay, so let's go to your north node. So crown chakra, I'm going to say having the strength to work on these things, these self-destructive patterns. And the tower holds the planet of Mars, action. So it's like you're meant to act in this life. You're meant to, because, you know, North Node is meant, what the fuck? The North Node is meant the destiny in this life. The South Node is in regards to a past life. So it's like you're meant to have the strength to act and to have your root chakra. Ooh, have I been saying that? I meant to say crown chakra. your crown chakra worked on. Your crown chakra is not open because of your south node. All right, what about pile 1? And that's definitely, I'm telling you right now, karmic lesson you're meant to work through. So that will be not necessarily easy. All right, north node, pile 1. No. Why did I say it like that? Ooh, da 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 da. Oh. Okay, let's get to it. Start channeling. It's over here. Oh. Okay. All right. Pile 1's north node. What up? Oh. Okay, so what are they meant to do in this life? What are they meant to do? What are they meant to do? What are they meant to do? So, you're meant to heal your inner child. I'm seeing this, your inner child needs healing. So something may have happened during your your childhood. I don't know, you're gonna have to place that energy how you see fit, but whatever your north node holds for you, it requires healing from childhood in order to obtain this. That's what I see. Okay, I have to say, everything is very, very bright. Action. I'm seeing this doorknob, but it's interesting. It is a healing doorknob. So it's like you have to let go of control. I'm seeing happiness. There's happiness, but healing is required here and yes, I love it. You how do I explain? I don't know how to put this into words. When you let go of control with this whole north node, your destiny, the light goes on for you. This may be in regards to your crown chakra or ideas for you, but it's like you have some type of control going on with this. I don't know if you're aware, but it's blocking you. I see this control stick, and once you release the control, surrender, whatever. I hate the word surrender, so there's this switch, this on-off switch, and it's like the switch goes on. There's all this light. So it's like you may have an idea as to what your future holds, or you believe, and it's like, you know, you may have you know, I feel like if there's an energy you've been holding on in regards to your future, like your whole life, go with that. You know what I mean by that? Like for me personally, I just know there's wealth in my future. I just know it. People may misinterpret that as something it's not. It's just something I can't explain. It could be because I didn't have it growing up, but I just know it's there. I can't explain to you how I know it's there. I just know what I know. So it's like, let's just say you embody that energy. That could be this, but it goes along with something else. So it's like, how do I word this? Whatever energies you feel about your future, whatever you see for yourself, but you don't know the specifics, I believe that to be true. But the specifics is what's going to come to your mind once you let go of control. So it's like there's nothing you need to control, because this future you envision exists. Everything you want exists. It's just the fine details that you didn't create yourself. I mean, you did. We all created this, you know. But you know, let's not get too detailed. Whatever you haven't figured out about your future, it's like the switch goes on. So it's like you don't have to try to control this anymore. Yeah, it's these ideas come to you. I'm seeing wisdom. I'm seeing so much fucking light. It's ridiculous. It's like your north node, it has to, I mean, I don't know a north node that isn't bright, but like, you know, like promises a good future, but it's like, I always think there's something more when I'm seeing really like why is the sun in my fucking eyes, you know? Like, I really see a very good future here. You know, I gotta be honest with you. I'm just thinking from a logical perspective, thinking back to your south node. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was dark. It was dark. It was like unhappy. It was negative. So this makes sense, going to something new. So you actually, like, low key, you probably don't even believe that this is possible, because you embody your south node and your crown chakra is distorted. No offense, but it is. But it's like you're meant to do this because you didn't, it's always so dark. You probably feel that too, honestly. It's like when we have dark past lives, it's like low-key we feel that shit. I felt that shit even as a child. I'd be like, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? I see travel. Something about being protected by, I want to say, boundaries. Maybe that's just like a message, though. I definitely just saw a cross. And honestly, like, low-key, it, again, makes sense. I'm seeing a clean mouth. I'm seeing a band-aid on the mouth. Healing. And then I saw the ring. So it's like you have to be committed to healing. It's like whatever your north node is, you have to, you're probably embodying like your south node energy, and it requires healing. That I will say is different. All right, I'm gonna open my eyes and see if I can get a card, because it's just like, it's just a bunch of light, and then it's a lot of clouds. So it's like your crown chakra is just, it needs work. So these ideas, they're probably not coming to you because you don't believe in this light or something like that. Queen of Wands, Six of Cups in reverse. Okay. North node. Let's see. Mother of creation, creative life force. The Queen of Wands is the mother goddess of fire, the mother of creation, dynamic, courageous, confident, and passionate. She knows who she is, what she wants, and how to get it. The Queen embodies the elements of water and fire, balancing and integrating the fluid feminine intuitive wisdom with the fiery masculine life force that expands into active, inspired vision. Yes, pile one. It's like you have to bring in the stuff that you lacked. It's like your south node lacked. Again, you were coming in as like psychic, but yet not intuitive, which makes no fucking sense. Again, it's like you were controlling, leader, but yet didn't talk much. You know, it's kind of like the vibe from the south node is like that quiet grandfather that comes over and sits in the chair in the corner, and it's like, you know, they know a lot but they don't speak a lot. Something like that, like they've been through a lot and they don't speak a lot. It's like you're not supposed to, I don't know if we've sorry, I don't know, I don't know if you guys have ever had a grandfather like that, but anyway, that's the energy I was picking up on. So it's like you're not meant to be in this negative energy where, you know, and that's why I'm saying it's a little confusing, because it's like, how can you be a leader yet your crown chakra is blocked? How can you be psychic yet not intuitive? It's very contradicting. But yet, when you let go of control, you're able to come into this creative energy that probably doesn't even exist within you right now because of that crown chakra. Let's see. She believes in herself and has the courage to follow her heart and dreams. Yes, what did I say? I said you probably don't even see that light, that energy, because it's like you're probably embodying that south node energy. The Queen of Wands plants seed for future endeavors and feeds them with her inner life force and the spirit energy from the divine. She symbolizes manifesting spiritual potential. Let's see. The Queen of Wands wears the fiery sun crown. At the top of her crown, the flame of her kundalini, her life force, ascends through her 7th chakra, opening up her divine inspiration. Pile 1, the 7th chakra is the crown chakra. She is a channel for the powerful creative energy of spirit. The Queen of Wands and Saint Bridget, an Irish saint and the ancient Celtic goddess of fire, illumination, and healing, share the same mastery of fire, bringing light and the promise of spring and rebirth. The Queen holds a sunflower mandala in her left hand, the feminine side of the body. So you were lacking your, okay, it's like we're all, we all embody the divine masculine, divine feminine energy within us. It's about balancing those energies. It doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man. So it's like you lacked your high priestess energy, your intuitive, your feminine energy in your past life. And it's like you're supposed to be bringing that intuitive energy in this life, believing in yourself. Sunflowers represent joy and healing. In her right hand, masculine side of the body, she holds her wand of fire, growth, and creativity. The white lilies and snowdrops represent purity and rebirth. The sunflower of fire symbolizes a fiery seed of inspiration, desiring to be and put into action. The Queen of Wands is accompanied by two animal guides, the magical leopard, panther, and the majestic lion. The two large cats bridge the worlds of the conscious and unconscious. The lion represents fire energy of the sun and the divine masculine. The lion is masculine conscious energy of action manifesting on a physical level. The lion represents the awakened consciousness of the crown chakra. I fucking love it when that happens. When the lion energy aligns with the divine feminine energies of the leopard, panther, the alchemical mystical marriage is the result. The lion's transformative fire hearts the deep waters of the Kundalini, causing its energy to rise up to the crown chakra, opening up the conscious to the divine wisdom and inspiration. Good. The black mystical cat is the queen's guardian and guide. It represents the divine feminine. Its black starry coat symbolizes the primal energies that want to emerge from the depths. The magical cat guides the queen to awaken her inherent inner power and creative life force energy. The leopard panther helps her retrieve what has been lost, reawakening and reclaiming the connection of the Kundalini to spirit. I love it. Six of Cups in reverse. Remembrance. A warm breeze caresses your face, and a familiar feeling of warmth and innocence sweeps over you. A sweet memory from your youth makes you smile, bringing happiness to your heart. That's your childhood wounds. You may not even, honestly, pile one, you may not even be aware because of that crown chakra. Six of Cups blesses you with the remembrance of the innocent child you once were, stirring and awakening your inner child. It brings pleasant memories from the past to the present, bestowing gentleness, inner harmony, simple pleasures and happiness, but also signals some inner work. The key to the Six of Cups is integrating the past into the present, reflecting on the dreams of your youth and where you are now on your life path. The Six of Cups gifts reconnects you to your soul purpose, awakening the childlike imagination to future possibilities. In the image of the Six of Cups, two children ride the magical pony in the starry universe. The children symbolize the reunited twin flame of the spiritual and physical self, the healed and fulfilled inner child. The rainbow pony flies above the rainbow, below in the realms of cosmic sacred memory of all time. The sixth lotus ascending symbolizes growing toward enlightenment. The sun rises shining out with the cosmic fire of wisdom and love. So that sucks. So it's like something to do with your childhood enables you to like believe in yourself and embark on this, on your destiny. You're literally destined. Do you see all this fucking light? Here, if you don't have glasses, let me show you. Look at all this light. Look at all this fucking light. That sucks. That really sucks. So it's like you may not even be aware that you don't believe in yourself. I hate that. You know, I'm trying to think, because if your crown chakra is distorted, you may still not get that. So, okay. When I was growing up, and I don't mean to talk poorly about my cousin because he's deceased now. He was bipolar, but you know, growing up as children, we didn't know that. He was, how much older? Was he 7? He was 7 or 8 years older than me. He, in his defense, my cousin, I was really annoying. I mean, I'm annoying now, but as a child, I was a typical Aries, like, you know, look at me, look at me, look at me. And he was a Leo. He was more, I think, on the Cancer side of Leo cusp, where it was just like he didn't need to do anything. He just always had that attention. People loved him. So it's like he would look at me with such disgust and just be like, you know, I'd be 6 years old and I think he was like 14. Like there was an age difference. And he would just, you know, tell me to shut the fuck up. He, you know, I don't want to make it sound like I was like abused, but just like, you know, there would be these instances where, you know, he would get physical with me, you know, for me to shut the fuck up. And I didn't realize like the damage that really did to me. Or he would call me ugly. He would, the things he would say to me, it really fucked me up. It really did. The worst part was nobody fucking believed me because everybody loved him in my family. And I was the one where everyone wanted to shut the fuck up. So it's like, it really caused so many problems for me growing up because nobody ever believed me. The only time anyone ever believed me was when he kicked me in the face and I was screaming, crying. And, you know, he admitted to what he did, and that was the only thing he admitted to. Everything else, you know, I was looked at as a liar or exaggerating. And, you know, from a rational point of view, I do get it, but it still doesn't take away the fact that none of that was okay. But, you know, he was, you know, mentally not well. So, you know, what else could this be? Divorced parents. My parents got me involved. I didn't even realize that they really intentionally manipulated me against one another. That also caused problems in regards to me speaking up or feeling like I had to protect my mother. And, you know, my mom, she loves to sip on this thing I like to call victim juice. She could sip on that shit all day long. And even as a child, she would love to make it seem like I was controlling her, a child, to her siblings. So I was always uncomfortable with her siblings because they would think I was like this asshole child, and I really wasn't. It's just my mom had issues of her own, but we all have issues. So it's like you're meant to revisit whatever this could have been, which makes you act in a self-sabotaging way. So when you figure this out, you're able to get this. Your creative juices get flowing. I remember I really did, looking back now as a child, I never thought I was creative and this would hurt me. I'd be like, I just feel like this is in me. I can be creative, yet there's like this blockage. And I think back to my childhood, and there were so many times my own family put me down, and it's like they didn't mean to. It's just how they grew up. I remember thinking I was a good singer at one time. I put on this concert, this show, and my uncle was like, yeah, don't quit your day job, you know, like, was that it? Was that really it? And it was like, that really affected me. I really thought I was a bad singer, and I thought I sucked, or I was always apologizing. I'm always saying, I'm sorry, because it's like, I was led to believe I was this annoying person growing up. And I'm sure I am to people, but that is the Six of Cups. That is those childhood memories that somehow have distorted something in your mind that doesn't really exist, but it's a story you tell yourself, which blocks this, which blocks your destiny. And it sucks when that happens because it's not their fault. It's not. It's nobody's fault. All right, we'll pull one more card and then call it a day. All right, Pile One's North Node. What else do they need to know? What else do they need to know? I'm seeing an eye slowly open. Ooh, that shit looks angry as fuck. Oh my God. Oh my God. I feel like I'm seeing, they're focusing on the nose. Something about nose. I always consider that knowing something. I'm seeing a pyramid. It's weird. So it's like this pyramid exists, but it's like an igloo right now. But spiritually, I'm seeing the pyramid. So it's almost like you haven't reached this higher knowing yet, but it's there. Like it's in your natal chart or your destiny. It's there, but you haven't reached it. The igloo is definitely a message. And these angry eyes. I'm feeling fucking Jafar from Aladdin. Holy shit. Jafar? There's this character, I don't know if you've seen it, but he talks like that. So it's like you may be a very cold, angry person because of this knowing you have. I feel like I'm seeing, is this Jupiter? What is Jupiter? Creativity. Okay, okay, yeah, that would make sense to come through. Books, reading. Okay, so work is involved here. So it's not written in your stars where you'll just get it. Don't worry, not for me either. Okay, I'm gonna open my eyes. Can I get another card? Ooh. Wheel of Fortune. If that doesn't say it enough, pile one. Oh, that's why I saw Jupiter. Oh, wait, hold on. Is Jupiter in here? It's definitely here because there's all astrology signs. I fucking love it. The Wheel of Fortune, and Jupiter represents creativity. Okay, so I want to close my eyes and see what I see for you. But this is like, this is so positive. We have Queen of Wands. You know, okay, this was in reverse, but that's just saying healing needs to take place. And it has something to do with obtaining that higher consciousness in order to turn on that creativity thing, which you're probably having trouble with, the ideas. I don't know if you have Aries in your chart, or they're just saying like this passionate, going for it energy. But I'm seeing some type of glow up. But it starts after you have some type of enlightenment. It's like your North Node must include some type of spiritual enlightenment, because I'm seeing the light from your head. And then this, in return, creates some type of like go-getter energy. I think that's why the Aries symbol's coming through. And then I see the world like it glows. It's like a glow up. So it's like the reason this bright future is coming through is because it's like whatever you're meant to do within your North Node, definitely look up whatever your North Node is. You're meant to do something big where it touches the world, you know? And I feel like that sounds so dramatic, but this could be through social media. This could be through YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, just as an example, if you don't see yourself traveling, although I did see travel. Didn't I see travel with you before? I'm seeing, what is this? What is that? An anchor? An anchor over your head? What the fuck am I saying? a thing over your head to speak. I feel like this is what they do with sports. They're wearing the thing. You could tell I really know my sports. But I'm seeing this, and I'm seeing this, oh, they're trying to say broadcasting. With what? I don't know. So I'm going to say telecommunications. Maybe you already feel this. Maybe you relate to this. Maybe you resonate with this. If you don't, then you're just going to have to hold this energy how you see fit. But I do see you blocking your own manifestations. I do see you dreaming but not doing. And this is because of the healing that has not taken place. So you're blocking your own destiny. And you probably don't even believe that to be true. But I would say if you're watching this, then a part of your soul knows it to be true. Yeah, I'm seeing movement. It's like they're saying a constellation. What about? Oof, I don't know my constellations yet. Sorry. I feel, oh, they're trying to say Nike, victory. There's something up with that with Greek mythology. I don't remember. I hope I'm saying that right. Nike. I don't think it's pronounced differently. I'm gonna open my eyes. Yeah, there's like, oh, remember how I said you have to work for this? It's not gonna come easy to you. Yeah, so the Wheel of Fortune can also be seen as like it's in the works, you know, karma, karmic lessons. So it's like, yeah, you are gonna have to work at this. I feel like some people think, you know, when they hear something like that, like, oh, it's so straightforward, you know, work hard at something and you'll get results. But it's like, no, there are people in this life that really don't work hard, and a lot of things are handed to them. But this isn't written in your chart. I'm sorry. But like I said, it's not written in mine either, so. But yeah, there's this glow up. You definitely have angels supporting you. You have to feel that. There's something going on. There's no way, you know, there's no way you have this written in your destiny and you don't feel like you're meant to do something big. So you must be feeling something like that. But healing does need to take place. So, you know, without that component, I don't see it happening for you. I got to be honest with you, because it's like, it's probably written in your soul contract that you have to like transform and change in some kind of way due to that South Node. So that's what I got for you. I highly recommend you look into this. I YouTube the North Node video so you can, like, you know, I don't know, that's how I learn better. So I hope that helps, pile one. I really do. I'm sending you love and light, and fucking go after it. It's life. You're living this life once, so don't be disappointed. Okay? Okay. Bye. All right. Pile two. What's your South Node like? I gotta figure out how to keep being motivated to keep doing this after doing such a long fucking reading. I'm like ready for dinner. Right, Kyla? What are you looking at? I'm just kidding. All right. Make sure I'm still recording. Okay. Hi, pile two. Okay, so I just shuffled, and I'm going to start channeling to see, you know, what your South Node is like. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of light. I'm seeing a path to a tree. So we can try to figure out the energy that, you know, isn't really working for you with your North Node, and the things that maybe you can intertwine with your South Node and North Node that'll work for you. Ooh. I'm seeing a lot of movement within this tree, but somehow it's like the tree is dissolving into a cliff. Like it's kind of deteriorating. Yeah, it's definitely deteriorating because it's like a landslide, something like that, with this cliff now, and now that's just what this is. So it's like there was so much information, so much knowledge, and now it's like just somehow deteriorating you. I'm seeing somebody like with open arms while going down this cliff, I guess you could call it. So something about being open. And now there's this energy of like doing it all over again, like doing it again. Let's go back up. Climb back up and do it again. But it's not like a good energy. It's like, but it's weird because it's kind of mixed, because it's like I'm seeing all this black stuff circle you. So maybe being too open to giving takes a hold of you. I'm gonna see what that is. Look at that. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. So it's like, here's the roots, right? So there was this tree that was dissolving into a cliff. And then even then, that cliff was like deteriorating. So it's almost like, oh, shit. Like your mind was deteriorating. And in this person's mind is the turtle. So it's like this grounding energy. Okay, I'm going to keep it straightforward for visual purposes. Let's read on this though. Excuse me. Let's see. Finding your true work. The 3 of Pentacles brings the power of creativity to a higher level. It signals a time when you are channeling divine inspiration into your life's work. You are experiencing a creative high point in your life where initiative ideas and aha moments emerge. The 3 of Pentacles symbolizes the inventive, creative mind expanding energy into tangible forms, bringing advancement and fulfillment to the self and others. So it's like, remember I said there was this open person, and maybe you were being too open? The key to the 3 of Pentacles is being committed to your goal by planning, preparing, and focusing on improving your skills. So it's like something about like you weren't committed to doing what you really wanted. The gift of the 3 of Pentacles is discovering your true work. It's like you weren't doing what it was you really wanted to do. In the image of the 3 of Pentacles, the goddess of creation wears the crown of the moon cycles. The sun, divine energy in the center, is overlapped by the Fool, Oh, by the full moon, illumination, bringing inspired vision through the heart and imagination. Wow. So it's like your south node, whatever that is, it's like it wasn't inspiring to you. The three turtles symbolizes Mother Earth, triple goddess, and the creation. The goddess focuses on 3 golden eggs in her nest. She is working with the energies of divine creativity, aligning the mind, body, and spirit, symbolized by the magical string of stars swirling around her and the nest. The star energy has activated her 3rd eye, giving her deep insight and vision. Wow. Okay. So none of those things. Okay, let's see if we can dive a little more. What about pile 2 south node? Do we need to know at this time? What do we need to know at this time about pile 2 south node? I see a bunch of stairs going up. I see you looking at this. And there's something about like all this light. And then somehow you see a council, like a table. And in the center of the table is your heart. And then all the people come in around that. It's almost like there's this feeling of not... this strong feeling of not doing what you wanted, what made your heart pump, something like that. It's like other people chose for you and you didn't have a choice. I'm seeing something with the eyes. I'm feeling like psychic abilities. So somehow this helped you with this, with your south node. And this could have prevented you from acting on what you really wanted. Because I see you not climbing the stairs after seeing you have psychic abilities. So it's like you may have been like forced against your will to act in a way you didn't want to act. I'm getting the feeling of a stadium, like a stage. That's not annoying. That's not annoying at all. Sorry. Yeah, I'm seeing somebody almost as if like you opening up and expressing sorrow, just unhappiness. And it's like whatever this person says, it's like pretty much hush hush and go do, you know, like it didn't matter. Ooh. Oh, wow. Yeah. The Chariot in reverse. Not being able to move on it. Ace of Cups in reverse. Wow. Okay, I'm going to put these straight forward. This is so sad. Okay. The Chariot. The Chariot represents victory through willpower and self-mastery. Yeah, see, look, it's like there was no victory because there was no willpower, because you didn't have any, because you didn't have a say. The Celestial Chariot moves into your life fast and then rests to help you assimilate all that has taken place. The Chariot symbolizes action, change, victory, success, moving in or out of a situation, traveling, refocusing, new perspectives and thoughts. And while this transformation is happening, the future ahead is unknown, and familiar skills you once relied on are now outgrown and not useful on your new course. So it's like no change. The future was known because there was these psychic abilities. And it's like somehow they're useful. Like whatever it is you do, it's like you're useful, and that's why you don't have a choice. Change can make you feel restless, uncertain, or fearful, pushing you off center and struggling with the courage to go forward. The Chariot symbolizes the cosmic warrior who has traveled through many experiences and learned if you have the will and determination to dig deep within, you will find the well of inner strength to overcome any blocks that hold you back. Symbolism of the Chariot image. The 4 poles of the Chariot represent the 4 earthly elements in balance. At the top of each pole is an 8-pointed star representing as above, so below. The charioteer wears the crown of divine guidance with the 8-pointed star in the center. The 2 5-pointed stars represent the pentagram, the evolving human intelligence. The charioteer is your spirit descending. His chariot represents your physical vehicle. The laurel wreath he wears represents victory. The feathers are a combination of eagle, spirit, hawk, messenger, and raven, magic. The crescent moons on his shoulders symbolize the cycles of life's ups and downs. The square shape on his chest represents the T-cross of Saturn, which is connected to the sun's circle above, exemplifies his commitment to work through limitations to achieve victory. Wow. Let's see, Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups symbolizes the powerful gift of pure love. It is the Holy Grail within each of us, receiving divine love that awakens and opens the heart chakra, bringing joy and blessings of renewal and peace. The Ace of Cups fills your heart with cosmic love that cascades with healing and transformation, bringing deep self-love, motivating you to share your abundant love with others. The key to the Ace of Cups is to live your life from a place of love and compassion. The gift of this card is receiving love that expands into inner and outer harmony. Oh, pile 2, I'm so sad right now. In the image of the Ace of Cups, 5 streams spilling over the grail symbolize the everlasting life stream from one source, renewing and transforming the 5 senses of humanity. The golden grail is decorated with a star heart, open heart receiving love from the divine. On the stem of the grail, 7 colored jewels represent the chakras. The dolphin handles meet at the violet crown chakra. Dolphins symbolize the power of the breath, mana, life force, releasing emotions and speaking from the heart. So this is all things you never got to do, but you felt. So I feel very strongly that these are the things you're meant to embody in this life. Being in touch with the divine, with what it is you want to do, and going for it, and being in love with what it is you're doing. Okay. Let's see about your North Node. 2's North Node. What does this look like? Alright, let's close my eyes. Make sure we're still recording. Okay. Alright. Pile 2, what does your North Node look like? Oh, that was fast. Okay. The devil. Oof. Yikes. Alright, let's see what I can tap into here. I'm seeing 2 cliffs looking at each other, but energetically they definitely symbolize people. I could see it. So it's like at a distance. And there's something in the center in between. It's like another cliff. So it's like there's 3 cliffs, but this cliff, it's gated. It's like gated off energetically. I know that sounds weird, but and there's a lock, one of those old school locks that you use with a locker, and something shines like, oh God, I don't even want to say it, but like the North Star. I know I'm seeing that. So it's like, oh shit, that gets unlocked. Oh. So your part of your destiny, your North Node, is finding a soulmate, but it's like you can't obtain your soulmate until you go after. So even though part of your North Node is obtaining your soulmate, it's like that's part of the North Node that is on hold until you go after, I don't know how to phrase it, but like your North Node itself, what you're meant to do in this life, your passion, your career, what you're destined to do. It's just funny because not everybody's North Node is meant, includes that soulmate to be part of it, but yours does. And it's like you're not meant to be focusing on love or a relationship. It's like your purpose right now is meant to be focusing on this path to destiny. And then it's like once you accomplish that, then everything else comes together. Because what goes along with your North Node is I'm seeing a temple, which I symbolize that with education, learning, knowledge. So it's like you may not be aligned with your best self, your true self. So it's like your soulmate is supposed to be reached at when you're both aligned. It's like this is not attainable. Yeah, I'm seeing purple come through. Until you're both aligned. Until like you both are happy being fulfilled on your own through your own destiny. So it's like you can't, it's almost like you can't bring in those energies of relying on somebody else to do this for you or to help you with this, or it's like that is not allowed here in this North Node. This is not permitted. It's just not. I'm seeing it locked. I'm seeing it fenced, and they're showing, they even showed the cross right by the North Node. So it's like you just gotta believe and just have faith that it works out. Okay, I'm gonna read. The devil, recognizing your bondage. This image, oh, well, that's okay. The devil represents the vices of our physical and material world. He wants us to come to terms with our fears, weaknesses, and drawbacks. When we stop running from our demons and decide to confront them, we will stop being controlled by denial and our dark side. The devil is the guardian of the threshold. He holds you accountable for your actions. He also guides you through the darkness and brings you into the light. Some of us close our eyes and look away from evil in the world, thinking that it will bypass us or go away. The thing is, we all share the dark side just as we all share the light. It is part of our spiritual makeup. We can't change the world overnight, but we can start with our own personal universe. Devil spelled backwards is lived. You can be an example to others by living life with vision and passion while keeping focus on highest good for the collective. Entertain yourself with a sense of humor during challenging lessons in life. You can be the spiritual warrior who finds fortitude by coming to terms with memories of injustice from the past to the present, by facing shifting and neutralizing the charge of pain and anger to acceptance. When you can break the chains that hold you back, you are able to heal and move on. The dancer in this image is not a fully developed being. The dancer is an androgynous and is experimenting with the light and the dark side while dancing with the serpent. In many cultures, dancing transforms one's consciousness to an altered state. The dancer's tail and furry legs represent one's animal instincts that still needs to be tamed. The snake represents many things. It can be your kundalini that is out of control or in full spiritual creativity. The snake symbolizes transformation. Its red color is passion, but also spirituality. The kundalini lays hidden at one's base chakra, and when it is aroused and not in balance, it can take control of one's actions. See, so the root chakra is at the base for you and your future soulmate. It's like the root chakra is based on security, a firm foundation. So it's like a soulmate is written in the stars for you. It's part of your destiny. However, it's meant to be a firm foundation. It's meant to be solid. So the only way it can be solid is if you and your soulmate come together already built on a firm foundation, where it's like nobody can be insecure, nobody can be coming in on this shaky ground. It's like there's no bullshit. It's just like being confident with who you are and what this is, and acceptance. The devil is the collective shadow side, the unknown side of yourself that you are not comfortable with, your instinctual survival side. When you are out of control in your life, or something or someone has control over you and pushes you beyond your boundaries, all kinds of reactions, behaviors, and feelings arise. Abuse, oppression, illusion, obsession, fear, hopelessness, and guilt are just a few. Feelings that take you away from your joy and the light. Whether it be the perpetrator who inflicts pain onto his or her victim, or the victim who carries the pain, resentment, anger, and hate to another victim. These actions keep the energy cycling until one makes the choice to stop the spiraling of evil. The chains of the evil come in many forms. One of the biggest lessons of the devil is to love yourself. Ask yourself what chains are keeping you from self-love. When you stop loving yourself, you are pulled away from spirit and the light. You will feel separated and isolated, forever searching. The more you search away from spirit and the light, the more you go into darkness. It is there that you meet up with your devil, but you have a choice to be led back to the light or not. The devil key warns of over-attachment to material possessions, unhealthy behaviors, patterns, and addictions that can take over your life. But he also reminds you that you have free will to do anything you want. Do the work and release fear. Break the chains that hold you back. Aspire to the highest good for yourself and others. Live life fully with passion, life force, a full heart and respect for humanity, Mother Earth and her creatures. Life will be good. Okay. All right. What about pile 2's north node? Do we need to know? What about pile 2's north node? Do we need to know? I feel like I'm overlooking a city. There's mountains in the background. I don't know why I'm getting the feeling of experiments. Testing, like testing things out, something like that. But definitely I saw the third eye and like overlooking a city. I'm seeing like a flower open or a diamond open. So I'm seeing movement, but it's like somebody's hanging something up, like something different. Like somebody, so it's like a car moving, but somebody's trying to design this car. So it's like something about designing with your path, like creating the path. So it's like maybe you're with your north node, it's like this path has never been paved before, and that's like where the experimenting comes into play, trying new things out, something like that. Oh, son of a bitch. All right. Okay, so 8 of Wands, going for it. Hierophant, divine knowledge, the High Priestess, and the Moon. So it's like not trusting your intuition, not trusting the truth, not trusting what you know to be true. Oh, okay. I'll close my eyes though to confirm, but I think I know where this is going. I feel like, okay. Wait. The experiments. Okay, sorry. So I'm seeing, is this, it's weird. I'm seeing a heart, but I'm seeing a globe, and it's like the solar, oh my God, why can't I think of the words? Solar, oh my God, I'm gonna literally be so mad later. Not the solar plexus. Okay, so I'm seeing Saturn. So karmic lessons with oh, that's why this is coming through. trusting yourself. It's like you just have to trust in yourself. So intuition are the things you go based off of feelings, not seeing. So it's like you have this karmic lesson in this life, which is part of your north node, which gets, okay, I'm gonna open my eyes, which gets you going. You have to believe in the things unseen. That's where the faith was coming into your north, the north star, the north node. It's like, I'm gonna put these straight forward. So it's like you are the high priestess, and it's like you're able to discover truth, but in a creative kind of way. And it's like you have difficulty accepting this. But see, there's the owl and the Hierophant, wisdom, divine knowledge. So it's like you have this divine knowledge. You have this wisdom. But it's hard for you to accept in things that are unseen, because you have the karmic lesson in this life to believe in the things unseen. You have to believe what you know to be true. There's that moon energy for you, illuminating truth, but they're coming in reverse. But this is part of your north node. So it's like there is this creative energy, these creative things you have, ideas possibly, that you want to set in motion along this path of yours. And there may be some type of doubt of knowing if this comes to fruition. And that's because that's Saturn's energy taking place in your life. You're meant to fight through that, and it has something to do with your south node, because there was that tree of wisdom, which you still hold true. You still have that, but you're meant to be a little more where everything may not be written in stone on paper, where you have something to reference back to confirm what you know to be true is true. It's like, nope, you just got to go with what you know to be true and just know it's true. It's like, that kind of sucks, you know, but it's like, that is what is written in the stars for you, literally. Yeah. Okay. So we got 5, the Hierophant. The inner teacher, spiritual advisor. There are times in your life when you may feel lost, off center, and disconnected in the labyrinth of life, uncertain how to get back to your true self. This is time to seek the wisdom of the Hierophant. He is a spiritual advisor, the revealer of sacred information, helping you reconnect to your soul self. The Hierophant is the feeling or nudge within you to listen. He symbolizes the mediator between your spiritual world and your material world. He shows you the path of how to live a spiritual life on earth. The Hierophant's number is 5, the number of spiritual self struggling to learn how to express itself in human form. See, it's like you're meant to express yourself in that type of way, but that type of way, you're not always able to have physical, tangible things to confirm these things you know to be true. So it's like you may doubt yourself, and you're meant to fight through that. The Hierophant in this image represents both traditional and non-traditional spiritual faith. He has one blue eye and one brown eye, seeing life from all viewpoints. If you split his face in half, his right side speaks of traditional spiritual practices, and his left side of non-traditional spiritual practices. His right hand touches his heart, seeking one's spiritual wisdom from an open, loving, and peaceful heart. His crown has a 5-pointed star, representing man on his spiritual path. The crystals on top of the crown serve as conduits for incoming divine intelligence. A medicine wheel sits on the top of his crown, the ever-changing cyclic path in one's life. The Hierophant wears a breastplate of 12 sacred gems. The breastplate was used by the high priest in the Hebrew tradition during ceremony. The Hierophant's eagle feathers represent connection to the divine, bridging the realms of spirit and earth in balance and harmony. I love it. 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands arrives in brilliant fashion, blasting away anything that is holding back your aspirations. There are times when things just seem to be dragging and life may appear boring and lackluster. Distractions, mental blocks, and delays get in the way of your progress. Something is out of sync and inspiration is absent. Where is that supporting universe? The key to the 8 of Wands is to be opened and ready to use and direct its transformative energy. The gift of this card is lightning fast energy, bringing clarity, focus, and movement into transmutation. Remember the moving car with somebody like putting some type of decoration, something creative on the car, which was symbolic of creative movement. When the 8 of Wands comes shooting into your life, you will feel highly energized, like a whirlwind. Things are moving very fast. This is not a time to ponder. It is a time of action and accepting change. See, these two came in reverse. The High Priestess knows. There's this intuitive knowing where she just knows. So it's like you have this, but yet you ponder, but it's not a time to ponder. So you have this karmic lesson of this insecurity of believing, well, is this true? Maybe it's not true. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should. I don't know. And it's like, just do. Shut up and do. Let's see. The 8 of Wands is cosmic energy from spirit pulsing through you, electrifying your life. It sparks a fire inside your heart and soul that is fueled by divine inspiration, an awakening, or the proverbial aha moment it is experienced. All right, so the High Priestess, the goddess of the crescent moon. The High Priestess is the maiden goddess in the cycles of the moon, the first aspect phase of the triple goddess. She has a silent, mysterious power that can look into one's soul. The priestess has deep wisdom and intuition. She contains all knowledge, but at the level that can only be expressed in symbols. This is often referred to as the psychic card. She is the feminine principle that balances the masculine principle of the magician. The High Priestess number is 2, symbolizing balance and choices. The High Priestess can pass back and forth through the veil behind her, represented by the spider's web. The veil is the passage between the conscious and the unconscious realm. The High Priestess guards it well. The High Priestess helps us clarify our purpose and our potentials. As you peel back the layers of your personal veil, you move deeper into your inner self, discovering your connection to the realm of spirit and soul memory. The High Priestess watches over the hidden knowledge, dreams, and what is beyond the seemingly obvious. She is the portal or channel for universal mysteries that lay hidden behind the veil. The High Priestess is the link between the seen and the unseen. She balances the polarities of the masculine, feminine, the light, dark, spirit, matter, tapping into intuition and inherent knowledge. The High Priestess keeps these dualities in balance, understanding the continuous cycling and rebalancing of life's forces and experiences. One of the priestess's virtues is patience. She does not push. She waits in the stillness of silence, listening for the whisper of the divine. With the High Priestess, you realize all answers lie within you. She says, take time to meditate, dive deep into the stillness of your soul, self, listen. The High Priestess holds the key, the star, to the Akashic Records, universal knowledge. She has the gift of knowledge, how to channel into the collective memory of the past, present, and future that guides you to resolve blocks that disturb your inner peace and balance. The High Priestess brings harmony and balance to situations that have been out of sync. She represents the beginning of creative cycle. The High Priestess signals the time of going within, experiencing your dark mysteries, self-balancing that experience with your conscious self. Understanding and honoring both realms can unveil the portal to the inner oasis of your soul. So it's like you have these abilities, but you have karmic lessons to learn within this, to trust in this. The High Priestess represents illumination, harvest, the fullness of life, the opened flower. Oh yeah, didn't I say that? The two pillars symbolize the dualities of the physical, spiritual life, masculine, feminine self, and negative, positive energies. Remember, I told you, I said I saw the pillars, the library earlier, going back to this card. It's like you have to learn to have this confidence, to love yourself, to know that you know who you are. There may be difficulty with this, but you're meant to fight through that because all of this exists within you. All right, the moon. The threshold of transformation. The moon is full of mystery and wonderment. Its waxing and waning cycles reflect death and rebirth, fertility, intense dreams, deep sleep, heightened psychic abilities, unexpected situations, and transformation. See? So this was in reverse, so it's like that change isn't happening. The moon stirs an ancient, mysterious feeling inside of us. The moon's number is 18, the number of challenge, tests, initiation, intuition, inner strength, and completion. The moon key intensifies any situation, taking it to unexpected realms. The moon is the threshold or gateway to a new and unknown reality. It is yet another initiation, and its path can be referred to as the dark night of the soul. If you have ever walked outside a night under a full moon without a flashlight and away from any light source, you have experienced the moon's mysterious illusionary scenery. It is surrealistic. The scenery around you has a different shadowy cast to it. It takes you out of its ordinary. Don't get lost in its illusions. You have to use your senses and pay attention. You have to trust your intuition and your instincts. The moon represents the gateway to the unknown. It brings you to new, unfamiliar ground, and all the fears and demons that you have carried are now bigger, scarier, and meaner monsters that you have experienced. When the moon calls you to enter the darkness, feelings and emotions come out of nowhere. Trust your inner divine light. The moon reminds us to go forward without worrying about all the what ifs. Trust your authentic self and fight the monsters. Light is always brighter than darkness. The moon's guiding light says, follow me. Use your inner strength and focus. Trust your intuition and instincts, and you will wake up on the other side of the threshold liberated. The passage through the moon's threshold is tough, but the reward is renewal. Challenging situations propel us towards transformation. You've earned the rite of passage. The gift of wisdom and love come to you. I love it. The moon illuminates the threshold of one's path. So it's like your path has already been illuminated. It's like the truth is already there. It's a matter of accepting it. And it's almost like this inner battle within. And it's because you're meant to trust yourself. It's because you're meant to know yourself. And there's some difficulty with that. The owl represents truth and wisdom. Yeah. It's like there's difficulty with accepting what you know to be true and having that wisdom to back it up. It's like, own this shit. Own this shit. I used to, looking back, now I get it because it could be seen as confrontational, but it's Aries energy for you. I remember, you know, Aries are also seen as naive people, where it's like we believe in open conversations, and if there's a problem, like, let's talk it out, let's work it out, you know, let's get past it. And I used to be like that as a kid, my whole life, a teenager, not thinking twice about it, truly, like just being like, listen, is there a problem? Do you not like me? Like, are we okay? And people would lie to my face all the time and be like, yeah, no, we're fine. And I really used to believe these people, being naive as a kid or teenager back then. now knowing as an adult, like, this is looked at as confrontational. People cannot handle these types of questions, you know, and their mechanism is to lie, to feel comfortable, to say, yeah, we're fine, we're fine. But it's like, I'm using this example for you because it's like, even if you ask these questions and you get lied to, it's like you already know what the truth is, but you may not want to accept what the truth is. Sometimes the truth is a hard pill to swallow, but you already know what it is. You're meant to go for something. Your path includes movement and creative movement. You have this divine knowledge to get you there. And you have a soulmate within your North Node, within your destiny, but it's like you have to do this first. There's some type of thing that it's like your North Node requires you doing you first and trusting yourself, what you know to be true, whether anyone's backing you up or whether it's on paper or not. So yeah, that's what I got for you, pile 2. I hope that resonates. I hope that helps, and I'm sending you love and light.